Hello class, today we are going to see the features of dividend. Let us start with first point. Feature means it is a portion of profit of the company paid to its shareholders. So we have seen the dividend. Last lecture we have also seen the meaning related to the dividend, and according to the meaning and the definition that we have seen related to the dividend, and the first point also explains that only that it is a part of the profit. Dividend means it is a small part of the profit which is divided to a shareholder. So dividend means profit of the company which has been divided among all the shareholders of the company who have invested the capital, and accordingly it is like a reward for them for their investment which they have made it in the company. Second one, it is payable out of the profit of the company. So once the board of directors have decided to pay the dividend all the shareholders of the company, and once it has been once a declaration has been made, once the announcement of such decision has been made in the annual general meeting, then it will become a liability for the company that they have to pay, the board of directors have to pay the dividend to all the shareholders of the company. And the second most important thing, that whenever the dividend is been paid to the investors, that is the equity shareholders of the company, they have to pay the dividend only out of the profit. Okay, so for paying the dividend, if the board of directors of the company decide that we will go to the bank, we will ask a bank loan, and then we will distribute that bank loan in the form of dividend to all the shareholders of the company, it is not visible, and it is not allowed under the memorandum and articles of association of the company. So once the company is decided to pay the dividend, then the board of directors have to make sure that there should be a profit in the company, and if there is a profit in the company, then only they can distribute the dividend to all the shareholders of the company. They cannot go for the bank loan, they cannot go to the we can say debentures, they cannot go for the public deposit and ask the money and then distribute that amount in the form of dividend. It is not allowed. So payment of dividend can be made only out of the profit of the company. Third point, dividend is an unconditional payment made by the company. It is an unconditional. Whether it totally depend upon the management of the company, totally depend upon the profit of the company. If there is an enough profit and if the management decides to pay it, then only the company will pay the dividend to the shareholders of the company. Otherwise, if there is no enough profit, if the management is, because of insufficient profit, we are not in a position to distribute the dividend, then the company will not pay the dividend. So we can say unconditional payment means what? There is no condition that irrespective of the profit, irrespective of the size of the profit, the company have to make the payment. No, it is not. It is not like that. If the condition, it is an unconditional. Okay, so प्रॉफिट नहीं है तो भी कंपनी को डिविडेंड पे करना है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. इट इज़ नॉट सो. So dividend is an unconditional payment. It totally lies on the management of the company whether they wanted to pay or not. And if there is a profit, then obviously they have to make that payment in the form of dividend. Then fourth point, we can say company can pay dividend only to the shareholders, that is the equity shareholders and the preference shareholders. So we know very well whenever there is a profit, the company will distribute the profit in the form of dividend only to the shareholders of the company, and that to the equity shareholder and the preference shareholder. These are the two class of shareholders are there, and they will get the dividend in the form of profit. Otherwise और किसी को dividend नहीं दे सकते. ठीक है. If the company has issued equity shares with differential rights as to dividend, the terms of issue of such shares will govern the rights of shareholders about receiving the dividend. So we know very well that there are two kind of shares are there: equity share with normal voting rights and equity share with the differential voting rights. And if the company has issued the equity share with the differential rights as to the dividend, that is related to the dividend, then the terms of issue of such shares will govern the rights of shareholder. Then whatever the amount of share that has been issued by the company to such shareholder, that rights of the shareholder about receiving the dividend, that will be governed by the shares at the we can say by the shares with respect to the other shareholders, and accordingly they will get the dividend and all. Then dividend cannot be declared out of the capital. So we can say we have seen this second point, it is payable only out of the profit of the company, and here it says 6 point, dividend cannot be declared out of the capital. So we can say कि shares when the shareholders they will get the capital, they will get the dividend, they will get the dividend only out of the profit of the company. Here according to the 6th point, if the company issue capital for the subscription in the market, then whatever the amount of capital that they will collect, that capital cannot be utilized for the payment of the dividend to the shareholders of the company. So here it says, it is very clear that dividend cannot be utilized for the payment of dividend to the shareholder, whereas the amount of capital that has been there with the company, they can utilize the capital for meeting up their various business expenses or setting up the new ventures and new contracts and all. Okay. Then 7 point, dividend can be declared only on recommendation of the board of directors. So here what happened, when the company closes its books of account as on 31st of March every year, they will close the books of account, auditor will audit all their books of account, they finalize their accounts on that particular profit, they will pay the taxes to the government, file their return to the government. After the amount that is in the form of net profit that is available, the company secretary, they will arrange the board of directors meeting, they will place the financial statements and the books of account in front of all the board of directors of the company. There the observation will be made by each and every director. The company secretary will provide a recommendation to the managing director and other directors of the company that this is amount of net profit that is available, this much percentage can be transferred to the retained earning, and after this much amount is available, and all that amount can be distributed to all the shareholders of the company at its specified rate. So once a rate has been decided, once a recommendation has been made by the company secretary in the board of directors meeting, in that particular, each and every director, they will make a discussion in that particular meeting. If they want, then additional information is also been provided by the company secretary. They will have a proper discussion, they will come at a conclusion, and in that particular conclusion they will decide about the certain percentage, and in that particular percentage the dividend can be declared, and that particular dividend will be recommended by the board of directors of the company. So they make a consensus, they find out the resolution related to the declaration of dividend. Then 8 point, we can say dividend as recommended by the board of directors is approved and declared by a resolution passed at the annual general meeting by the shareholder. So normally once a recommendation, once a decision is made in the board of director, then the company secretary will conduct the annual general meeting. In that annual general meeting, the recommendation whatever is there by the board of director, that need to get approved and that need to be declared by the board of director, and related to it a resolution need to be passed in that annual general meeting. And after having a proper resolution, this particular recommendation will become an official announcement, and one copy of it need to be filed with the ROC, and accordingly after the 30 days, within 30 days the company will make a provision related to the declaration of the related to the allotment of dividend to the shareholders. The next 9th point, we can say dividend for any previous year cannot be declared once that year's annual account has been approved in the AGM. So we can say in the previous year when the dividend has not been declared, okay, so we can say whenever there will be an annual general meeting is there, that dividend cannot be declared. So that once the year has been completed and no decision has been made by the board of directors related to the dividend, that chapter has been closed, and now the new annual account will be in the new books of account when the year will come to an end. At that time the board will make the recommendation if the profit is enough profit is there, and then only the declaration of the dividend can be taken place. 10th point, dividend once approved and declared by the shareholder creates a debt, it cannot be revoked. So once a decision has been taken by the board of directors and that decision has been approved by the shareholder in the annual general meeting, that decision and the declaration will become a debt for the company. It become a liability for the company. That means it is like a liability for the company. At anyhow the company have to make the payment of such amount to the shareholders. The company cannot revoke the decision. If the board of directors revoke the decision, then all the people will be put behind the bars. They will be penalized for that. 11th one, in dividend include interim dividend. Dividend can be include interim dividend. Interim dividend is a dividend which has been paid between two annual general meeting. So one annual general meeting is conducted, the dividend has been paid, and after 6 months again a dividend has been declared and paid, and that dividend is known as an interim dividend. And at the end of the financial year again the dividend will be declared, that is known as the final dividend. So interim dividend is also there and final dividend is also there. So dividend can also include the interim dividend which is paid between the two annual general meeting. Dividend must be paid in cash and not in kind. So once the company decide to pay the dividend, they have to pay the dividend in cash only. They cannot pay the dividend in kind, that is other than cash. Dividend is to be paid on paid up value of the share. So once the company decides to pay the dividend, whatever the amount of capital is been paid by the shareholder, only till that much amount they are eligible and they have the right to get the dividend. So if the investor have made a full payment related to the shares, then they will get the dividend on that total face value. Otherwise, if 7 rupees been paid, then they will get the dividend only till rupees 7 that they have paid. Okay. Dividend cannot be paid on the calls paid in advance. So dividend cannot be paid on the calls which have been made by the company and that is paid by the investor in advance. So dividend cannot be paid on that amount. Note, usually the term dividend refers to the annual final dividend unless it is specifically mentioned as an interim dividend. So normally the company when declares the dividend, it is known as the annual dividend or the final dividend only. If the company specifies that it is an interim dividend, then only the interim dividend will come. If the company only specifies the dividend, then it is been understood by the investor of the equity shareholders of the company that it is a final dividend which has been declared by the company. So here we have seen the features related to the dividend. There are total 14 points are there. I hope that you have understood each and every point correctly and properly. Okay, so this is what the total concept is. In the next class, in the next lecture, we will start with the legal provision on dividend. Okay, thank you.